Move on. Next one, requiring the mayor to be a member of the city council. This would mean that the mayor could not talk to and lobby council members about matters to come before council. The mayor would have to attend council meetings, which it already says in the charter he's supposed to, and would not have veto power over ordinances and resolutions. Councilwoman Myers.
I think that this is something we should seriously look at. In many council mayor form of governments, the mayor is a member of the city council. And the good thing about that is in the state of Florida, the mayor would not be able to lobby other council members. The mayor would have to attend council meetings. We would have a more collaborative relationship with the mayor because the mayor would be a member of the city council. And the mayor would not have veto power over ordinances and resolutions. So the mayor would still run the day-to-day activities of the city and supervise the city administrator. So I think that would be a reasonable compromise. I think that if we had that, all these other problems would go away. So I would like to ask the city council executive if he would bring to our attention some of the cities in Florida that have the council mayor form of government with the mayor being a member of the city council. That's not foreign to the citizens here in Pensacola. We had a mayor who was elected and a member of the city council. That mayor just did not supervise the day-to-day activities of the city because we had a city manager do that.
Okay. Vice President Spencer.
I recall the Charter Review Commission having the panel of visitors or the invited guests, some of which were mayors, weigh in on this, and they advocated the ability and the importance of the mayor in the state of Florida for really, I don't like the term lobbying. I think that the term that I prefer is something that falls under the category of what Councilwoman Canada Wynn said, and it's called leadership. And lobby sounds like strong-arming, and I am here to tell you there have been some excellent, strong mayors that are able to have some very important dialogues, and I use the word dialogue intentionally because it's a two-way street with those members of council. I am fully in support of the leader of our city having the opportunity to engage with individual council members so that they can have frank discussions and that both sides can be heard. And so I think this is absolutely a step backwards to take that opportunity and that privilege away from each elected council member as well as a mayor. And I spoke with Mike Wiggins, former Mayor Mike Wiggins, and John Fogg, the previous mayors of Pensacola. When I approached them with some of my inquiries and challenges about why aren't they getting more done, why can't you do more, and they would immediately tell me about the obstacles they faced as serving as a member of council and not being able to talk about solutions individually with council members. So we have history that guides us, and so I think this is a fundamental victory that strengthens this form of government, and removing it that would dilute it in a way that is disadvantageous. Thank you.
Councilman Jahar?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. And I agree with Councilman Spencer. I think the separation of the legislative branch and the executive branch is a good thing. I've told people before, I don't like the sunshine laws. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do to keep, corrupt people from doing bad things, but it also harms good people from trying to get stuff done too. And, it's unfortunate that I can't go to another council member and say, hey, I got this great idea. Do you think it's a good idea? And they can't go, I can't tell you because we're not sitting in a single room in front of the public, and it bothers me. And so I don't want to. I like that I can go to the mayor and sit down and say, hey, I want to do this. Can I get your support? And he can go, yeah, or he can go, no, I'm not going to support that. And that to me, that's the way you get things done, is to present ideas and talk about stuff. And I wish we could do it more. So I don't at all want to take another person away that I can't talk to.
Councilman Wu?
This will be hopefully I'll try to make it my last statement. My friend, Councilman Spencer, mentioned that the former council under the old form didn't achieve much. And
No, I said that the former mayors explained to me. I do want a clarification.
Sure.
If that's what I said, then there's
right.
A disconnect between my brain and my mouth.
No problem. But what I was going to say is before the new form of government, the council passed the Maritime Park, Plaza de Luna, the new Sanders Beach Community Center, library on Tryon Library on Langley, the funds for the brand new library downtown, the expansion of the Sanger Theater, the expansion of the airport terminal. All this was done without one penny increase in taxes. And people kept saying that the council wasn't doing anything. And I'm thinking, there's not a part of Pensacola you can look at that hasn't been impacted. The year we built the library, I believe it may have been the only library built in the state. 10 clay courts on Victory Center. I know for a fact that the clay courts were the only courts that were built anywhere in the area. So I understand, the effort to make it look like there wasn't anything being done. But I don't...
Not at all my intention.
Oh, okay.
Big misunderstanding.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said it. Councilwoman Myers?
You didn't mention you got rid of old Stinky. That was a big one. And I think that this city, if you look at its history, has done remarkable things under a council-manager form of government. And I think that I do like Florida and the Sunshine Laws. I think we're lucky to live in a state that has those laws, because it certainly protects the citizens' right to see how their government functions, how their officials reach decisions, and that's the purpose of it, and to fight corruption. And I do think the mayor should be a member of the city council, and I think that we would have a lot more transparency in government, in this government, if the mayor were a member of the city council and not lobbying council members. He also, I've been told, lobbies council members to assure that he will have the person sitting in the presidency seat that he wants. So the issue is not, for me, who is sitting in the seat of the mayor. To me, it's about the system that exists under this form of government. It's much more likely that you're going to have lack of transparency and corruption than you have under a mayor-council form of government. It's about the system, not the person in that seat. So, at the very least, I think that we should have a charter review commission and let the public have some meaningful input on what types of changes the public would like to see in their government.
Councilwoman Canawin?
No.
Councilman Tahar?
No.
Okay. You guys both had your hands up. I mean,
No, I was pointing.
Okay.
Because she had put her hand up.
all right.
Yeah, we
Anybody
move
else
on.
in this issue? All right, let's move on.